The Senate is seeking a thorough investigation into the appointments, recruitment and promotion processes in the ministries, departments and agencies over alleged lopsided appointments contrary to the federal character principles in the public sector. We're joined now by the National Commissioner of the Federal Character Commission, Ginika Tor. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight. Yes, let's just say, go straight to the point. Would you say that federal character is being upheld in Nigeria? Is it what the paper is written on, or is it being observed more in the breach?
Well, thank you. I would like to take you on the, everything has got a foundation, right? Mm-hmm. And the foundation first, then we'll know if it's been upheld or not. Yeah. Section 14, subsection 3 and 4, of course, is talking about us, of how to, ensure federal character principles, to ensure that there's promotion of national unity and command national loyalty in ensuring that there's no lopsidedness, regardless of state, ethnicity, and all of that. And then to give effect to this section 14, subsection 3 and 4, we, the federal commissioners and federal commission as a commissioner, an entity established in section 153, alongside 13 other very strong agencies and commissions. Then you now have the third schedule, Part 1, paragraph, subsection, paragraph 7 and 8. Paragraph 7 says 36 commissioners, there will be a chairman, there will be 36 commissioners to ensure this is done. And then one commissioner representing FCT. Right. Of course, we also domesticated it in our act in section 2, subsection 1. Then now, subparagraph 8, 1A is talking about working out equitable distribution. Yeah. B is talking about promotion and monitoring and enforcement. Then C finally has given Federal Character Commission the right to enforce prosecutorial power to ensure that we can actually prosecute if things are not done right in ensuring the compliance of federal principles or federal character of Nigeria. In sub-paragraph 6 of, remember I said, part 1 of third schedule. Right. So what am I trying to say? The ground norms, the Constitution has given us the right to do the needful. Yeah. And should we do the needful, there will be no need for the Senate to now come up to say that things are not done right.
In other words, are things being done right? Because I'm sorry, I'm not clear on what you're saying exactly. The question from Ngozi was, is it being upheld? And thank you for laying out
the foundation.
Yes, great.
Without the foundation, then you go
exactly.
nowhere.
So at the moment, would you say that federal character principle is being practiced? Because if it's being practiced, then the Senate will not be asking for investigation. Yeah, and if that is not happening, you have just told us that you have prosecutorial powers. How many agencies have you prosecuted?
None.
Why?
Why is that?
This is not the first commission. We are here now. I will tell you why.
Okay.
First of all, I'm a federal commissioner.
Yeah.
I can be seen
I believe for Enugu State?
Yes, representing Enugu State. Great. Meanwhile, the most distinguished senator that raised the motion is also from Enugu State. Okay. Not just from Enugu State, from my senatorial district. And that is, what does that tell you? As a politician that I am, that we are not being fully represented. There's issues. Now, let me tell you, when we stepped in as federal commissioners, November 8, 2020, that is, we came in July, and in November, we felt things were not going right. We came up, over 33 commissioners signed a memorandum, a resolution. And what does the resolution say? How we should we should comply first.
Yes. As a commission.
As a commission, to ensure that the establishment, the Gronum, which is the constitution that established us, and what we have been asked to do is followed duly. And that was like swept under the carpet. The first meeting, the second plenary, in fact, the chairman stormed out of the meeting in the first instance. The second one, we brought it up again. And then we had to read our resolution, and it was not op-ed. But now, the 9th assembly, we have the 10th assembly, right?
Yes.
The 9th assembly, when we have had exhausted every internal mechanism, we wrote memos, they are here, asking for things to be rightly done in accordance to the Gronum, or even the act that established us. It wasn't done.
So where exactly are the deficiencies? I mean, in what ways are, would you say federal character is not being followed in
if
Nigeria?
federal character is being followed, will the Senate come out to say,
yeah, but there must be specific
I'm
reasons
going somewhere.
why, yes.
I'm going
because
somewhere.
we don't have...
I'm going somewhere. I'm a federal commissioner.
Yes.
I have my political future. Likewise others.
Right.
And I'm in a place, and when something is said, is indicting on a commission.
Yeah.
So I'm taking you to a step to know if we just kept quiet and allow things to roll the way it is. We actually, even the Senate that is coming out today to say that things are not done right, should go back record. We wrote, when we had exhausted every internal mechanism, the committee, the consent commission, we call ourselves the consent commissioners.
Yeah.
We wrote to the Senate. We wrote a petition, we have it, it's here.
Okay.
To the Senate.
Okay.
Senate Committee on Federal Character. We didn't stop there. We wrote to House Committee on Federal Character. We wrote to Ethics and Privileges. We followed due processes. Internal mechanism exhausted. We wrote to ICPC. We wrote to DSS. And then we wrote to the office of the SGF. The president through the office of the SGF. We were invited by the then SGF, Boss Mustafa.
Now, these issues, do they border on the employment?
They bordered on compliance,
and the MDAs,
on inability to allow commissioners representing the states to ensure that their states are represented.
So this is what you have laid out, that the Federal Character Commission, which is established by law to ensure federal character principle in Nigeria itself is having issues and is not able to carry out its work.
Definitely.
In other words, we should not be surprised that the federal character isn't working in Nigeria. So let me ask you, because there are some who have mentioned some key sectors like oil, like finance, and like security. Do you agree that appointments into those institutions, those sectors are skewed?
Okay, ask me why.
Why?
NNPC, in fact, 90% of the sectors mentioned by the Senate is shared by the president, by the chairman of the commission. It's never done like that.
No, say that again.
The NNPC, CBN, every huge agency in Nigeria is chaired by the chairman.
The chairman of your commission?
Of the commission. She runs the affairs of that place as a sole administrator.
Are you talking about Muiba Farida Dankata?
Definitely, I'm talking about the chairman of Federal Character Commission.
Is that what the law says?
That is not what the law says.
What does it say?
I just told you, we had a memorandum submitted to the plenary. As I speak to you, we had never taken a vote in that plenary. So everything that is done wrong in the commission should be held accountable for it.
Are you saying she's running this as a one-man business?
Yes, one-man business.
I mean,
I will say it. Last year, July, have you forgotten that we're on public
protest or something?
No. Okay. It was a public program headed by Gaji in the House of Rep.
Right.
Where we brought out every proof that shows that things are not done. Public hearing. Where we brought out every proof showing that things were not done rightly at the Federal Commission.
So what are you asking for now? What are you?
What's the way forward?
The
fallout of that report. Where is it? That's what should be asking for. Because the fallout of that report shows that things are not rightly done in the commission. So if the Senate will come out today to say this has happened, we need to draw them to record. Okay. Let them go back to record. We're there. We submitted a petition.
What are your demands very quickly?
The demand is that we want the report of that July public hearing led by Gaji. it should be published.
Is there any role for Mr. President in all of this?
Like I always say, Mr. President is one man that has put us in position of authority. We are the onus is on us to do the right thing.
Great.
You don't expect one man to be in charge of everything.
Indeed.
So I am here because I know that the president that I supported as Ibokwedo Fasiwaju Shettima is a man that wants things rightly done. So maybe the letters we are writing has not reached him. I think it should reach him now. They should look into Federal Character Commission and ensure. We have 4 months, so I don't even have anything to gain. But I need Nigeria, the common man, to be well represented. We don't even see our files. As chairman of different agencies, I'm chairman Federal Character Committee on SON. I don't know what is happening in SON because there's a letter the chairman wrote to all the agencies that we should not be listened to. So I can't even see. Nothing has ever been brought to the plenary.
So in other words, your work is being frustrated at the Federal Character
frustrated.
Commission.
There's a sole administrator in the Federal Character Commission
running things.
Okay.
So we'll have
that is it. Many people may not be able to have the courage to come out, but I've always been known for what I am.
For being a woman of courage. Thank you very much
for sticking out.
For joining us on Newsnight. Ginika Ator is the National Commissioner, Federal Character Commission, representing Enugu State.
Thank you so much.
Delight having you.
And we're also using this opportunity to extend an invitation to
the other side,
to the chairman of the Federal Character Commission to tell her side of the story.
Absolutely.
Arise News would like to hear from you.